My brother and I started a CBD business in 2018, and by the start of 2020, it had failed. In this video, I'm going to share my lessons learned about starting a business so that you might learn from some of the mistakes that we made. Because this YouTube channel is all about personal development, I want to share my failures as well as my successes. I don't want it to be a channel about all the things that's going right in my life, but also those failures because there is a lot to be learned from them. Starting off, some history about our CBD business. CBD is a substance derived from the hemp or marijuana plant, cannabidiol. It is legal in the United States, and we started this business because my brother had been using CBD products, found a lot of value in them, but didn't see a product that reflected his idea of transparency and production quality, and wanted to provide a product to people that he really thought was needed. He brought me on because I had experience building websites, doing photography, so he would handle the production side, I would handle the e-commerce side, and with our powers combined, we created Louisville CBD Company, also known as Lou CBD. And even though it was not a monetary success, it was definitely a monetary loss, there was a lot to be learned from it. And the first thing that I learned is product versus process. There are two aspects to a company as I see them. The product, the service, the mission, and then the process of getting that thing done. For our business, I loved the process. The process of doing the photography, videography, web design, learning how to build an e-commerce platform so that when you actually click buy, that your order would be processed and start the chain reaction of packaging and shipping it to you. That was a lot of fun for me. I also got to work with freelance photographers and writers and have my first opportunity to manage people on a contract basis. It was a lot of fun for me learning that process component, but I didn't necessarily love the product. I believed in the product and what we were selling was a good product, but CBD wasn't something that I was passionate about like my brother. So I lacked that component of really enjoying the product as well as the process. And that brings me to my next point. If you're going to be a solopreneur and starting something up, you really need to love, or at the very least, appreciate both the product and the process. If you're going to be a one-man band, you have to do it all and you have to understand all the aspects of product and process. Or you can bring someone on as a partner to take over the aspects that maybe you're not good at or that you don't absolutely love, but you still need to appreciate them. I think my brother and I faltered a little bit here where we didn't appreciate the work that the other person was having to put in and didn't really understand it. My brother didn't truly understand what I was doing on the back end of our website and making everything function, and I didn't understand all the work that he had to put in for the procurement of product, figuring out boxes and shipping and all of the logistics. They were two separate worlds, and we didn't have a true appreciation for the work that the other person was putting in, which caused some difficulty. Follow what excites you, not the masses. Is CBD a fad? Was it a fad? I don't know. It's very, very popular, and we started the business because my brother really believed in the product. But I wasn't absolutely wild about it. So as time went on, I got tired of taking pictures of CBD bottles and writing catchy captions and blog posts. It really was no longer exciting after I had done it for a year and a half. So I didn't have that sustained interest. So whatever you do, make sure that you really enjoy it and that you're not trying to ride the wave of the next big thing. Pick something that you can do day in and day out for months, for years, and I think that is the best way to ensure that you are going to succeed. If you're thinking about starting a business with a family member, I can say that working with family can be great. However, they say that you should mix money and family, and watch any episode of Judge Judy and you will know that to be true. But my brother and I worked really well together. And it was nice that he actually answered my phone calls when we were working. He hasn't been so good about answering my phone calls since shutting the business. Kyle, you don't watch these videos, but I wish you'd pick up your phone more. But we worked so well because we had clear roles and responsibilities. We knew who was doing what and when. And if you're going to be starting a business with a family member, or really anybody, understanding who is responsible for what, how much time each person is expected to be putting in, how much money each person is expected to put into the business. Working with family can be great. You just need to be open about who's doing what, when, and clear about all of the expectations that go into running a business. The best way to learn entrepreneurship and business is to actually engage in entrepreneurship and business. While our company ultimately failed for various reasons, it was an exceptional learning experience. Anybody who has worked a job, particularly a job that matches their education, something they studied for, will know that you learn a whole lot more on the job than you do in school, at least in a practical sense. Theory is great, and a lot of times theory is necessary to get you in the door and have that foundation to be able to do your job. But you're going to learn a ton more by actually doing, figuring out things, putting out fires as they erupt, and finding new ways to solve problems. So whatever you want to do, if it's starting a business or even starting a hobby or a side project, rather than spending so much time focusing on learning everything about it, just start. You don't have to go all in 100%. You don't have to quit your day job, but at least start a little bit so you can start learning what it's really going to take to do whatever you want to do. And last, collect your lessons and move on. I've done several things that haven't endured over a long time, but I wouldn't call them failures. Our CBD business ultimately closed, and yes, it was a monetary failure, but we learned a lot from it. I've had several blogs and podcasts which are no longer in existence, but they ran for quite a long time, and I gained skills from doing those that helped me eventually start this YouTube channel. Each project that I've undertaken along the way, hasn't ultimately succeeded, but has given me a different tool in my toolkit to do the next thing even better. So collect those lessons along the way, learn, grow, and just try to do stuff. So hopefully you gained a little bit from this video. If you want to see another video from me, check out this video when I got shingles, which was right at the start of starting the business because I was super stressed, or check out my minimalist iPhone setup, something I've been doing to reduce my stress. See you later.